What if, every time you looked up, the sky revealed a sight so stunning it would redefine art, science, and even history? Imagine glowing arcs stretching from horizon to horizon, shimmering by day, glowing by night, changing the way we tell time, navigate, and even dream. This isn't science fiction. It's what life would be like if Earth had rings as majestic as Saturn's. Today, we're exploring how such a cosmic crown would transform our world, our weather, our cultures, and even our understanding of the universe. Imagine if Earth was crowned like Saturn, adorned with breathtaking rings stretching across the sky. What would it be like to live under such a cosmic spectacle? Would our myths, science, and everyday life be transformed under this celestial halo? Welcome to Bright Mind Station, where we dive into the extraordinary and the unreal. In today's episode, we'll explore one of the most captivating what-if scenarios. What if Earth had rings? Prepare to have your imagination reshaped by vivid visuals, strange science, and mind-bending possibilities. So buckle in, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon, because we're just getting started on this incredible journey across space, time, and wonder. 10. Rings visible day and night. If Earth had rings like Saturn, they would adorn the sky constantly, visible from dusk till dawn. Picture them as a steadfast cosmic highway arching across the heavens, never rising or setting, always in the same place. Their presence would be unchanging, a permanent stripe across the sky no matter the season. Cities would never truly sleep under their glow, and nighttime skies would become celestial theaters. From children's fairy tales to lovers' stargazing moments, rings would become the backdrop of our most poetic memories. 9. Changing views across latitudes. At the equator, rings would appear as a slender line rising from the horizon. Head toward the Arctic, and they'd appear like a distant hump on the skyline. In temperate zones, your view would transform into a grand celestial bridge spanning side to side, unique to your latitude and season in mesmerizing ways. In fact, entire industries might emerge around ring tourism, with travelers chasing the most photogenic angles from different spots on Earth. Scientists could use these varying perspectives to study atmospheric effects in real time, while artists and photographers might capture once-in-a-lifetime compositions. This diversity of views could become as iconic and competitive as World Heritage landmarks are today. No two cities would share the same view, giving rise to regional pride in their specific ringscape. Artists would endlessly depict how their rings arc, stretch, or shine depending on where they stand. Sunsets would become otherworldly spectacles as the golden light passed through the shimmering bands above. 8. Brilliant rings, not icy. Unlike Saturn's icy bands, Earth's rings would need to be rock-based. They'd quickly lose any ice to our sun's warmth. Still, even rocky rings could shine bright. If they reflected just 10% of sunlight, each square meter would glow like a powerful light bulb. At night, the rings would gleam with a ghostly brightness, turning dark skies silver. Imagine walking under rings so luminous they cast shadows on the ground even after sunset. This constant glow could have profound effects on wildlife. Nocturnal animals might evolve differently under perpetual low light, while plants could take advantage of extended ring light to grow in new ways. Human cities might never fully experience darkness again, potentially altering sleep cycles and energy use patterns. The term moonlit night might be replaced entirely by ringlit skies. 7. Rings floating just above the atmosphere. Could you crash into Earth's rings while flying? No worry there. They'd need to orbit above the thermosphere, well above airliners' cruising height. But if any ring material strayed downward, it'd burn like a shooting star, making the edge of space a constantly burning frontier. You'd see streaks of light far more frequently, as if the heavens were constantly whispering secrets in fire. Skywatchers would be mesmerized by these falling fragments, turning them into a new form of stargazing. Meteor showers would become a common spectacle, fueled not by space debris, but by our own planetary ornaments shedding their shimmer. 6. Formed by disintegrated objects. Earth's rings could form from shattered objects falling inside the Roche limit, the point where gravity rips them apart. Any moon-sized body passing too close could break apart, creating glowing rings that circle our planet much closer than the moon ever could. The aftermath of such a cataclysm would be awe-inspiring, an explosion followed by centuries of brilliant orbiting rubble. These fragments would spread like cosmic dust, slowly arranging themselves into symmetrical beauty. In ancient times, such a creation event might be seen as a divine act or punishment from the gods. 5. Shepherd moons, the cosmic keepers. Just like Saturn, Earth could have shepherd moons, tiny moons that cling to the edges of the rings, keeping them tightly bound and beautiful. These moonlets would move like sparkling pearls along the ring's edge, giving our sky a synchronized cosmic rhythm. Watching their slow orbit would be like watching celestial dancers in an eternal ballet. They might even cast small moving shadows across the rings, creating hypnotic waves and ripples in the bands of light. Shepherd moons could inspire myths of guardians or watchers silently guiding the heavens. 4. Shadows, eclipses, and color magic. Earth's shadow would drift over the rings, casting oval shapes that shift with time, like slow cosmic pulses. At equinoxes, the rings could split the sun from your view, painting the sky with dramatic shadows and colorful light refracted through our atmosphere. During eclipses, the interplay of shadow and ring light could be stunning: blood-red rims, glowing edges, and shifting patterns of light. People would travel the world to witness ring eclipses the same way we chase solar ones now. Such events would spark art, poetry, and spiritual rituals that celebrate the moment our world goes dark under its own crown. 3. Mythology born from the sky. Rings would undoubtedly spark myths and religions. People might see them as divine bridges, cosmic rivers, or signs of power. Imagine ancient civilizations crafting entire belief systems based on how the rings arched over their homeland. Some might view them as divine barriers keeping chaos at bay. Others might see them as stairways to heaven. Sacred texts, prophecies, and legends would be filled with tales of the rings, guiding destiny from above. Over centuries, these myths could influence art, architecture, and even political power. Kingdoms might claim divine right based on their location beneath the most brilliant sections of the rings. Festivals could align with rare celestial alignments, becoming as culturally significant as solstices and eclipses are today. 2. A cosmic timepiece for navigation. Earth's rings could double as a giant celestial clock and map. Shadow positions, moving rings, and shepherd moons could help ancient navigators track time and location. Before GPS, explorers could use the rings as landmarks in the sky, turning them into one of humanity's most incredible ancient tools. You could measure the hours by watching moonlets pass fixed points or observe how Earth's shadow slid across the bands. Entire civilizations might develop calendar systems based on ring cycles rather than lunar ones. From agriculture to warfare, ring-based timekeeping would influence every decision beneath the sky. 1. Rings and space conundrums. These rings would transform space travel. Satellites and spacecraft might orbit below the rings, but signals could scatter, making communication tricky. Astronomers could lose sight of distant galaxies as the bright rings veil the night sky, limiting our cosmic perspective. Ground telescopes would need new methods to peer beyond the glow or risk being blinded by Earth's own beauty. Satellites might need to avoid ring debris entirely, forcing space agencies to rethink orbits and missions. Despite the challenge, the rings would remind us daily of Earth's majesty, a visual masterpiece hanging in the void. So, would rings make Earth a celestial wonder or a navigational nightmare? Would they inspire spiritual epics or complicate our view of the galaxies? Maybe both, but one thing is certain: our lives, cultures, and futures would be forever shaped under their shimmering gaze. Our myths would rise from the rings, our science would chase their mystery, and our hearts would never grow tired of the view. So now it's your turn. If Earth had rings, how would your daily life change? Would you spend your nights gazing upward, or would you worry about the challenges they bring? Share your thoughts below, and your idea might inspire our next Bright Minds Station episode. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for more journeys where science meets imagination. Until next time, stay curious, dream boldly, and remember, the universe always has more surprises than we can possibly imagine.